Доброго времени суток, снова проходим Come Deliverance. В прошлой части мы выяснили, кто подделывает фальшивки. Точнее, кто подделывает настоящие монеты и делает фальшивки. В этом как минимум замешан какой-то смотритель, который продает ртуть для амальгамы, и кузнец, который кует медные заготовки. Я уже прохожу это второй раз, потому что у меня выключилось электричество. Но для вас все будет гораздо быстрее, потому что в прошлый раз я сильно затупил и наворачивал круги вокруг монастыря.
Good day to you.
Do you work any copper here, Master Blacksmith?
Why do you ask?
I'd want to commission you to make something.
Then you best go elsewhere.
Рыцарь Ульрих сказал мне, что местные жители жаловались, что кузнец по ночам что-то там все кует. И то, что он скупил всю медь в округе.
May the Lord watch over you.
I am at your service. Good luck to you.
So back to that.
What?
Aha.
Farewell.
Так, судя по всему, у меня недостаточно компромата на этого кузнеца. Так что мы должны разведать у местных других кузнецов, кто же тут занимается медью.
Good health to you.
Do you ever work with copper here?
No, and even if I wanted to, I couldn't. Zach from the monastery craftsman's yard has bought out all the copper. Farewell.
Теперь мы его еще раз допросим, теперь имея на него компромат.
So back to that copper.
What?
That's not what I heard.
What?
I was told in town that you bought all the other blacksmith's copper.
I'm being made a fool of yet again, it seems. Anything else? I still have work to do.
The swordsmith from the town said he was after the pieces of a sword from some Queen of Sheba. A pilgrim was selling them a while back.
I know he's after those, but he's out of luck. He should have bought it while he had the chance. I still have mine on me. It brings me good fortune, and I shan't sell it.
Not even...
Not even for a king's ransom. Take care now.
Что они переоценивают кусок меча. Раз я ему столько
Your father
денег уж
says you don't
предлагал.
work any copper.
We don't.
I've heard differently around town. They say your father's bought up all the copper to be had.
Are you calling me a liar? Or my father? You're asking for it, boy.
You're right. It's nothing to me either way.
Right. So clear off.
I mean, beside the fact I'm here on behalf of the Royal Burgrave Sir Radzig Cobbler, investigating a grievous crime against the crown.
What? What are you talking about?
I'd let you read my bill of authority, but I doubt you're educated enough to understand it.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realise. If I'd known, of course I wouldn't. I mean, you understand, don't you?
Stop prattling, for God's sake, and start telling me the truth. What's the story with the copper at your forge?
You're right. We do make copper sheets here at night.
So why all the secrecy about it?
Father forbade me to talk about it. I don't know why. I didn't ask.
Who buys those sheets from you?
I don't know. I've never set eyes on him. Father doesn't like to talk about it.
Your father has some serious explaining to do.
I'm so sorry. If I'd known who you were, I'd never have taken such liberties.
Don't think you're out of the woods yet.
Jesus Christ. Farewell.
Если у него инфаркт случится.
So back to that copper, Master.
What? I thought I told you I don't work with...
Your son put it quite differently.
What's that? What are you blabbering on about?
Don't be angry with him. I didn't give him any choice.
All right. I suppose there's no point lying. We do make copper sheets here, and I wanted to keep it quiet.
Why?
Pays me good money, and the people I do it for. I wouldn't want to get in the wrong...
Did they threaten you?
They didn't have to. Just by the look of them, I could say I needed to shut my mouth and do what they wanted.
And did they ever tell you who they were? Do you know where to find them? If you don't cooperate, you'll be getting a lot worse than that from me.
There's no need for threats. We can both benefit here. If I tell you everything I know, you can help me
Со
with
мной
a certain
торгуешься
small
еще.
matter. One that'll cover up for my loss of earnings.
You've got a cheek. Not only are you in with the counterfeiter gang, but you lied to me on top of it. You should be on your knees begging for mercy right now, not trying to make a profit.
I didn't know what they were doing.
But now you do know, and you've still got the cheek to try to strike a deal with me. So Radzig's definitely going to be hearing about this.
You're right. I'm sorry, I overstepped the mark. I certainly didn't mean to offend one of Lord Radzig's men. One evening I got a visit from this scruffy beggar calling himself Rapota. He had a yellow cape on and kept whistling to himself. There was a knight with him too, but he didn't give his name. They told me what I had to do, how much I'd get for it, and I had to keep my mouth shut.
And where can I find this Rapota? Or the knight?
I don't know exactly. But I've always left the wagon with the goods behind the monastery, on the hill there, next to a small chapel under a big tree.
Anything else?
No. I swear that's all I know.
Well, that'll do me for now.
Young man, about that matter I need help with. I'll gladly pay you.
First, tell me what's going on.
I recently tried to buy Master Armourer Otto Rapstim's business for my son Vit, but that old fool wouldn't listen to reason. He said he couldn't understand his legacy being taken over by a clod like my Vitus. Despite the insult, I doubled my offer, but Master Otto still wouldn't budge.
And what is it you need from me?
I thought I'd show Otto that Vitus isn't such a dolt as he thinks, but for that I need someone experiencing.
Well, that doesn't sound so bad.
What's your plan?
Otto's busy making a very pretty suit of armor for the bailiff. So I was thinking, if we could show that pretty armor of his is absolutely useless,
And how am I supposed to see to that?
well, I'd reckon we'd arrange a duel of champions with bludgeons. You'll put on Vitus's armor, and Otto will send his champion in that tin
Интересно, как
sheath.
должно
You
продемонстрировать
invite the bailiff to watch,
то, что
and
одни
Otto will be
доспехи
made a
лучше других,
laughingstock in
если
front
я
of
его буду
everyone.
бить,
And
он
what
мне
do
не
I get
будет.
out of it?
Так-то
Vitus will
один
let you
человек
have a cure
должен
on his
бить
suit
с
of
одной
armor,
силой.
and I'll throw in a few groschen on top.
Sounds...
And I'm sure a fella like you would be glad to be on good terms with the best armor.
That remains to be... Agreed. I'll get to work on it.
Wonderful. Go to Otto first and talk him into it. Then go to the bailiff so he can announce it and get spectators. The more people see it, the better. We'll bring the armor to you at the combat.
Take care.
Не хочет мне просто так доспех отдавать. Интересно, насколько он хороший. Вообще, если он называет себя лучшим броником, может, у его сына хороший доспех. Так, теперь нам нужно выведать у смотрителя насчет ртути, который он тоже налево сбывает. Нет, закрыто. У помощника смотрителя.
Be of some humble service to you.
Do you have any quicksilver in stock?
Who's asking?
I'm here on behalf of the master fresco painter. He said you sent him away empty-handed 3 times already.
Then I don't have any.
That sounds almost as if you don't want to sell it to me.
It's not that I don't want to, it's that I can't.
I see. You can't because you don't have any. And you don't have any because you're selling it out the back door, eh?
Suppose I was. I don't see what business it is of yours.
What if I told you I'm the emissary of the royal hetman Radzig, and you've got yourself mixed up with a counterfeiting gang?
Counterfeiters? Meaning what?
Somewhere around here is a counterfeiter's workshop. They need the quicksilver to make fake groschen.
Jesus. But I didn't know anything about any counterfeiting.
For your sake, I hope that's true. Now tell me what's been going on.
I swear, I wouldn't normally do anything like that.
Get to the point.
They came for me at noon, directly to the office. The overseer was somewhere on his rounds. Some night, it was, without a crest, armed. He called himself Sir Jezek, and he had a lackey with him called Rapota, a scruffy fellow with a yellow cape. Always whistling he was. They told me they wanted all the quicksilver we order for the monastery. Of course, I told him that wouldn't be possible.
And then what? Did they threaten you?
Not at first. They tried to bribe me, and when I refused, they started threatening.
How did you hand it over to them?
I take it up the hill behind the monastery here. There's a big tree there with a small chapel underneath. Sometimes Rapota is there waiting for me. If not, I leave it there.
What did they threaten you with?
They said they know people in the monastery, that they'd have me thrown out and beaten for stealing.
And
You know how it is. I work my fingers to the bone and they pay me a pittance.
So they knew about you?
Yes, they knew my name, everything.
Very well.
Good luck to you.
Ну, я его просто отпустил. Деньги воровал, помогал фальшивым монетчикам. Пойдем найдем часовню под деревом. Я, кстати, в прошлый раз ее не нашел. Хотя тут даже метка есть. Нашел бандитов, они просто спали, вообще не хотели просыпаться. И я ограбил бандитов, после чего на меня объявили розыск в 2 городах. Какие-то влиятельные бандиты. Может, из Госдумы. Вот эти опять тут дрыхнут. Понятно, тут нет никакой часовни. Вот, допустим, даже если это вот это дерево, где часовня?
Why are you waking me? Go away. No.
Так, сколько время? 8 нет. Ну давайте до 9 подожду. Может, они проснутся на этот раз.
Why are you just sitting around?
Why not? Admiring the view. People just do not appreciate a lovely view these days.
I've had enough of this shit.
Does the name Rapota ring any bells for you?
Rapota, you say? Rapota. Nope, I can't hear any bells ringing at all.
Look, you little jester, I'm investigating a crime against the king on the direct orders of Sir Radzig. Are you really going to keep pretending you don't know anything?
Hang on. What's all this about a crime against the king? I'm just keeping an eye on things. When a wagon comes in, I'll make sure nobody robs it. I get a commission for that. That's it.
See? That didn't hurt a bit. Bit of friendly advice. You're wasting your time here. Rapota's scarpered and won't be coming back this way anytime soon. You might as well pack up and go home.
What? The bastard owes me 12 groschen. Damn it. Now what? Well, no use hanging around here anyway. In any case, thanks for the information. I could have been stuck here for weeks.
Так, и что мне тут делать? Я-то думал, что я выясню, кто такой Рапота. Они просто ушли. Идем, назначим забив к этому броннику. И поговорим с там, не знаю, камердинер или как его там зовут. Короче, помощник Рацика, который поручил мне вообще заняться всеми этими фальшивыми монетами. Так, для начала идем к броннику.
I hope I can be of some...
Master Armorer, I have a message for you from Blacksmith Zack.
If it's another one of his so-called generous offers, you can go straight back and tell him I'm not selling, and that's that.
No, this is another matter. Vitus wants to challenge you to a duel.
What? Me fight with that brat? Zack must have lost his mind entirely.
That's not how it will be. The real duel will be between your pieces of handiwork.
How's that?
It will be a duel with bludgeons. No bloodshed. At most, a few bruises and some dents in the armor. Zack chose me to wear Vitus armor.
And so I'm to choose a champion of my own? That sounds...
Good. So let's agree on the time and place.
Hold your horses, young fella. I've got a counter of.
I won't deny it.
I could pay you more, and I'd tailor-make a cuirass just for you. What do you say?
You mean if I fight as your champion instead? I'm not sure how Zack would take it.
No, you fight on Zack's side and lose.
Так, и он мне сделает броню. Интересно, а будет ли она лучше, чем моя броня? Стоит ли ради этого терять репутацию? У меня крутая броня, вряд ли он сможет сделать что-то лучше.
That's not very honourable.
And Zack's constant slander and mudslinging are the height of honour, are they?
Zack might be acting the scoundrel, but why lower yourself to his level? You should show you're the better man.
Better than that, upstart. I'm a master of my craft, boy. I've made armour for the lords of Kunstadt. So, are you going to help me or not?
Nah, forget it. I won't sully my name with cheating.
Suit yourself. But my champion will batter you into the ground anyway, so you've nothing to gain.
So, choose the time and place.
What, me?
You're the one being challenged, so it's your right.
Well, it's all the same to me. Go and sort it out with the bailiff. He should know about it anyway, so I don't look...
All right?
God be with you.
I'd like to buy some grain.
You want to buy...
That's what I said. I need regular supplies. I'm in charge of renewing the village.
Well, I never. So Sir Divish really is going ahead with it.
Looks like it.
Well, it's all the same to me. How many bushels will you be wanting?
I'll need fodder for horses, at least 10 strong animals, and wheat for the baker. He'll have to bake for the whole village.
I can arrange that. Only you'll have to put a share back into the Sasau coffers. To cover the cost of the supplies our lord will be losing on account of it.
I understand.
Have you got someone to transport the grain?
I've got a merchant to take care of it.
This is the price.
$12.
Couldn't we do something about the price?
12
Sorry, I can't,
за
Henry.
все.
I've got to manage things properly here. The price is what it is. This is the price.
I'll shake on that.
God be with you.
Не понял. Я сейчас за 12 грошей. Вот реально. Вот как было 2000, так и осталось. Я за 12 грошей купил себе зерна.
The Lord be praised. What brings you to me?
You look different, Master.
So as to fit in. I don't want it known that I'm in town.
Why?
I don't want to alarm our prey. Gossip spreads quickly, and if those scoundrels learn we're onto them, they'll flee.
That does make sense.
So what have you found out so far?
I found out where they get the copper sheets from.
Really? So tell me.
It's the smith on the monastery craftsman's yard. He supplies the counterfeiters.
Do you know how he gets the goods to them?
No. All I know is that someone called Rapota collected the goods.
Not much, but it's a start. At least it's not a common name. Listen, Henry. I had another thought on the way here. Those counterfeiters have to have a punch die to make the fake coins.
Yes, of course.
That's sophisticated work. There's a man I know who works at the monastery yard. Master engraver Jerome.
А я нашел бумагу со штампом.
No, not that, God forbid. I know him well. He'd never do anything like that. But he runs an engraving workshop, so he might have heard something.
А он сделал. Я ограбил его сундук и нашел там бумагу,
I don't want him getting offended.
на которой был какой-то герб, и это, вероятно, и есть штамп.
I'll try to think of something. I found out where they get their quicksilver from. You were right, it was the monastery.
It was the only logical explanation.
It changed hands on the hill behind the monastery.
Have you been there to have a look around?
I have, but I didn't find anything interesting.
And have you found out who's behind it?
Rapota, once again.
The same scoundrel.
That's all.
God be with you.
Надо договориться насчет дуэли.
I'm here on behalf of blacksmith Zach.
Zach? What does that madman want now? Don't tell me. It's another complaint about the master armorer. Well, you can tell Zach if you waste another minute of my time with that pathetic feud of his, I'll have him up for disrespecting the office of the bailiff.
No, it's not a complaint this time. In fact, Zach came up with an idea to settle the dispute once and for all.
Is that so? Well, that's a different kettle of fish. That's just what I was after. You have my full attention, friend.
A duel.
Gee.
Don't worry, Goodman Bailiff. No one will get killed. It will only be a duel with bludgeons. Zach chose me as his champion. I'll be wearing a suit of armor made by his son, Vitus, and I'll fight Otto's champion. Whoever falls first, loses.
That sounds like a fine spectacle for the village green. Naturally, I'll have to be present to ensure nothing untoward happens.
Your presence is certainly expected, Bailiff. We'd like you to referee the whole duel. That's up to you.
We could announce it right now.
Let's do it.
I'll have it announced around town. You come along at just the right time. It'll be a fine show for the townsfolk, and I'll finally get that.
Good luck to you.
Good citizens of Sasau, our township has long been plagued by a protracted dispute. As you are no doubt aware, Zach, the blacksmith of the monastery courtyard, and Master Armorer Otto Rabstein have been, for some time, at odds. And in so much as it behoves my office as bailiff to settle such disputes and maintain peace and order, I have decided to resolve the blacksmith's quarrel by unconventional means, whilst affording an entertaining spectacle. In short, we shall let them knock each other's teeth out. However,
Мужик очень похож на главного персонажа.
respectable tradesmen to maul each other on the market square like a pair of cocks on a dung heap, each of them has elected a champion. Zach, the blacksmith, has appointed to fight in his stead Henry of Scarlet. And Master Otto Rabstein's champion will be... Please, introduce yourself, Sir Knight.
Master Otter will fight for Master Otter. I don't need some young pup to take my place.
I remind you that this will be a duel with bludgeons alone. And
Он, конечно, рисковый.
blood is shed. Come, folks, be sensible for heaven's sake. We don't want any maiming here, or, God forbid, murder. So, if both contestants are ready, let us begin.
Had enough?
С этими дубинками на самом деле как-то очень непонятно. Я в этом шлеме высоко не вижу, откуда он бьет. Довольно бодрый для бронника. Ну это конец. Ой, может, не мой, надеюсь. Что, с кулака по лицу, на. Ой. Он мне, конечно, дубинкой зарядил. Что очень как-то непривычно драться дубинкой, она такая короткая. В углу его зажали. Долбим. Ой, Ой. Он тоже мне так неплохо заряжает.
You kicked that old bastard's arse, Henry. His ears will be ringing for a month. Now everyone will see who knows how to make armor and who's all hot air.
You shouldn't speak so disrespectfully about Master Otter. He fought bravely.
No need to get worked up about it. You've got to savor the victory, haven't you? Anyway, come by the forge later for your reward, all right?
Кадр лезет. Если нам зерно обошлось всего лишь 12 золотых, то может нам и скот обойдется в какие-то копейки. Камень стоил, 3000 даже со скидкой.
I hope I can be of some humble service to you.
I'm trying to get livestock for Pribislavis. Could you help me out?
Certainly. How are the folk there getting on?
Yeah, we're doing all right.
Glad to hear it. There's a friend of mine there, Jonah. Do you know him?
Sorry, can't say I do. I don't know everyone yet.
Handy fella. Always making something. He's good at making baskets.
Sorry, I really don't know him.
Ah, well, it's not important. You sure don't have it easy. But then again, it'll be an adventure. I was thinking about it myself. About going there too, you know. But my place is here. Well, what was it you wanted again?
I want you to supply livestock for us.
Right, of course. And who's going to take it there for you?
I've got a merchant to take care of it.
Good. I'll be expecting
Хорошо,
him.
что я купца
So, here's my
первым
price.
делом построил.
I know it's a bit on the dear side, but you'll get lean, tender meat from them, fit for a bishop's table.
5.
That's a good price.
Я не понимаю, почему так
I'll
дешево?
buy it.
You can count on me. If you run into Jonah, give him my regards.
I will.
Так, у меня есть догадка, что это не типа целиком за скот, а это типа ежедневно мне нужно этому 5 монет выплачивать, тому 12. Потому что это суммы схожие с теми, которые я там плачу всяким рабочим. Не, ну если так, это терпимо. Теперь докопаемся до мастера этого. Я видел его печать или что там для чеканки. Но где-то у меня, наверное, в квестовых вещах должна быть. Вот она. Я в тот раз не понял, что это за медаль, но кажется, он фальшивомонетчик поганый.
I hope I can be of some humble service to you.
How goes the work, Master?
Getting there, getting there. You need something, my boy?
Tell me, Master. I noticed some very interesting designs in the workshop. Is that your handiwork too?
Let me see. Looks like a drawing of the Prague Groschen. One of my apprentices must have done it for practice.
You've got quite a large workshop, Master. You don't do all the work alone, surely?
I'm usually here with my apprentice, Florian. Of course, by simple observation, you'll note that this is not currently the case, and I'm here alone, which means that either I'm a liar or something out of the ordinary has occurred.
I see. I think. So what's happened to Florian?
He shares the fate of the pharaohs for today. The 5th scourge of Egypt did smite him, the plague, or so his message advised me.
Jesus Christ, the plague?
Do remain calm. I'm quite certain the plague from which Florian is suffering wasn't a judgment from on high, or if it was a judgment on excessive drinking. I'm told such an ailment can be of truly biblical proportions.
What's he like, your apprentice, Florian? I don't really know what you mean, at all.
Recently, for example, he told me that someone was following him. And the very next day he bought a padlock from the blacksmith and locked up his chest.
Я сундук этого его ученика ограбил. Я думал, это его сундук.
May I ask why?
I have a message for him.
A message? Who would be interested in that wastrel? Other than his furious and deeply disappointed master, of course. About your question, you'll find him at home, no doubt feverishly dying. He sleeps in the baker's cellar.
Ah, thank you. What are you doing here, anyway?
You're in an engraver's shop, my boy. We're engraving, of course.
Yeah, but engraving what? And what's it used for?
Oh, we engrave wood and stone as well as metal. Here in the monastery, it's mostly about decoration.
Thank you. I'll leave you to your work.
Good luck to you.
Так, пробуем найти его дома у себя. Для начала заберем нашу награду.
I'll come for my reward.
Of course. And thanks again, lad. It's worked wonders for my trade.
And will Otter sell you his business?
I don't know, but the way things are looking now, his trade will soon be dead as a doornail anyway.
You told me I'd get that kiras made by Vitus and a few groschen on top.
I did. And I'm a man of my word. Here you are.
Thanks.
Take care.
Ну, говно у него доспех. Но я думаю, что тот дал бы мне доспех 102 брони. Вряд ли он бы дал гораздо сильнее, чем этот. Надо бы еще на самом деле до прибыславец браться и заставить их, ну как заставить, поручить на мои прям конские деньги достроить там, не знаю, пекарню, еще что-нибудь, харчевню.
I'm honored that you should come to me.
You look quite sprightly for an invalid.
What? Who the hell are you?
My name's Henry, and I'm making inquiries for Sir Radzig Kobyla.
And what do you want from me?
Straight to the point then. All right. I've been investigating counterfeit money, and the trail led me straight to you. Does the name Rapiter mean anything to you?
I don't know. Maybe?
Don't bother. I know you know him. You make the punch dice for the counterfeiters. How do you hand them over? Do you know where their workshop is?
I can't say anything. I'll deny everything and you've got nothing on me. No evidence, just accusations.
Это пока они начнут тебя бить.
Counterfeiting is a crime against the king. I don't have to prove anything to have you dragged straight to the executioner.
And what if you're wrong? What's then? Under torture, everyone confesses, whether they did it or not. You'll never know for sure.
I already know for sure. You admitted it yourself a moment ago.
I won't tell you anything just the same. I can't, even if I wanted to.
Why not?
Плохо хочешь.
Those bastards kidnapped Esther. If I don't cooperate, they'll kill her.
Who is Esther?
My girl, of course. That scum took her right out of the bathhouse.
That doesn't begin to justify what you did.
I don't care. This isn't about me. Listen, I'll tell you everything, I promise. But only if I know that Esther's safe.
What, so I'm to go searching for her in the woods?
I know where they're keeping her, but nobody will help me. And what can puny little me do faced with those strapping great villains?
You're trying to haggle with me? Have you forgotten who I am?
I won't let you push me around.
What, you mean the way you aren't being pushed around by the kidnappers? You'd be more convincing if you weren't shaking in your shoes.
Jesus Christ, will this never end?
Now talk.
They found me in the tavern one evening, caught me when I went to the shit pile. They started to badger me about working for them.
They?
Yes, Rapiter. And a knight they called Sir Jezek.
And then what?
They explained what they wanted from me and I told them to sod off.
I'm guessing that didn't go down too well.
It wasn't all that bad. They just threw me on the dung heap and left. I thought it was just a drunkard's joke. But then they took Esther.
How did you hand over the punch die to them?
Rapiter waited for me behind the church. I didn't want to give it to them without seeing Esther first.
And did they let you?
Что они эту Эстер с собой взяли?
They took me
Раз
to
она
a derelict
работает в
farm in the
купальне.
Skalitz Hills.
Что это не его девушка,
Poor
может, это просто
Esther. They'd
проститутка?
scared her half to death.
So at least you know she's alive.
Who knows? It was a while ago. And they never let her go, even after I did what they wanted. They said they'd be needing more.
More punch dice?
They wear out over time. They have to be replaced regularly.
Where will I find Rapita?
He's usually wherever I am.
What does that mean?
He watches me, everywhere I go. And when I'm at home, he sits on the bench in the square, watching my house.
So he's there now?
Hard to say. Sometimes I see him in the tavern on the green, buying supplies.
All right. At least I know where to start. And you go to work tomorrow, you hear?
Why?
Because we have to lure him out. And besides, your master will surely be glad to see you.
I have my doubts.
Why didn't you tell anyone?
At first, I took it for a bad joke. And then, when they snatched Esther, there was nothing to be done.
I suppose I'd better go. I'd hate the bastard to get away.
Go. I hope you get revenge.
Good luck to you. Так, и он должен где-то тут сидеть. Тут не он там стоит. В желтом. О, реально он.
Are you Rapita by any chance?
Pardon me? Do we know each other?
No, but I'm hoping to change that.
Well, I don't have much time right now. I'd best be off.
It'll only take a moment.
Все, времени у тебя теперь будет много.
All right then.
В
What do you
тюрьме-то.
want?
I know you buy Quicksilver for those counterfeiters.
It seems there's no point making excuses.
None. Now tell me where their workshop is.
Of course, of course. That will be the best solution.
So?
Let's leave it for another time. No, I give up.
I'll cut you in half. Cucumber.
So, are you ready to talk?
I will. Just don't hurt me, please. What do you want from me?
Tell me where the workshop is. Don't worry. Your master won't be punishing you for betraying him. You're both going to have too many other problems.
It's in the Skullet's mines.
That doesn't narrow it down very much.
On the eastern side of Skullet's Hill, there's an abandoned mine gallery. Well, it used to be abandoned. Now there's a small camp in front of it, and the workshop is inside.
Who is your lord?
Sir Jezek of Ronov. That's what he calls himself, although Ronov Castle's long gone.
What happened to it?
Ronov used to belong to Vincent, Count Lichtenberg. After his death, it fell to Margrave Jobst, and he had it pulled down. He knew full well that Vincent's vassals would resist him.
Why? Everyone knows that when a lord dies without issue, the king can confer his estate on whoever he pleases.
But Vincent had descendants. Ronov only fell to the Margrave because he declared them all illegitimate. All because Vincent had refused to fight for him against Sir Prokop. Sir Jezek led a revolt of the vassals, but Jobst rounded them all up. Only Sir Jezek got away. Since then, he's become the scourge of the domain.
Who are you, anyway?
They call me Rapota. I used to be the executioner's henchman in Brno.
And how did you come to be serving Sir Jezek?
I helped him escape from prison. If I was going to serve anyone, better Sir Jezek than the executioner.
So you saw being a brigand's henchman as a step up in the world?
I thought if things changed and he stopped marauding, he might get Ronov back and take me into his service.
Well, after this little escapade, you can forget about that. You'll be lucky if you don't end up swinging on the gallows.
It's all the same anyway now. I've betrayed him.
So who's Sir Jezek working for? Don't tell me he just took it into his head one day to start forging coins.
That's not for me to know. Sir Jezek was on speaking terms with various lordships.
Such as?
We were often guests at the monastery, but I slept in the hayloft, so I heard nothing.
And apart from that?
In the camp, you'd occasionally see a Hungarian nobleman, but I don't know what he was doing there.
Кажется,
or
тот,
who
кто
he is.
войско возглавлял в самом начале игры.
I think I've heard enough.
Can I ask you something?
Yes?
I don't want to hang. It's a horrible death. I prefer you just kill me here and now.
An honourable death? No chance. It's the dungeons for you, and the sort of punishment a counterfeiter deserves. Don't worry. In time, you'll
Я
be
просто
glad
не
to
хочу
know it.
посреди города убивать человека. Потому что я даже не знаю, как на это отреагирует стража. Они ж тут на все головы больные. Могут напасть на меня. Так, раз уж тут заперто. Что тут никого нету? Получится ограбить бронника. Так, сейчас попросим помощи у Ульриха, что я постоянно пропускаю этот поворот. Разберемся, кто там кому фальшивые эти монеты толкает. И отправимся в Скалицу. Ну, сохранить перед этим. Так, мы проснулись на сеновале. Сейчас поем и отправимся дальше. Друзьяшки, кстати, мои, я им предложил у себя работать, и что они на это сказали? Бля, у нас дела есть. Когда я с ним первый раз встретился, они такие: ой, у нас тут работы нету, помираем.
I finally found out where the forger's workshop is. Master Fayfar was right. The forgers are sticking close to the supply source. Their workshop is somewhere in the mines. The entrance is on the eastern side of the hill. I've no idea what to expect there, but I'd rather go there with some backup.
I will be glad to give it. Lead on.
Он уже врагов нашел. Ульриху, кажись, хватило. Ульрих-то, наверное, встанет. Я, по крайней мере, на это надеюсь. Он реально дрался 1 против 2 и помер. Я думаю, у нас там с ним до конца игры будет какая-то сюжетная линия. Не знаю, может даже перезагрузиться. Мало ли что интересное пропускаю. Но я пока еще надеюсь, что он встанет. Может, он очнется. Реально умер. Я, пожалуй, перезагружусь. Может, какая-то сюжетка там будет дальше с этим Якубовичем. Если пришлось бы много чего перепроходить, то, наверное, я бы забил. Но ради Якубовича. В атаку Якубовича. Я попробую с лука просто перестрелять. Мне кажется, сейчас есть такое подозрение, что Якубович поднимет восстание против меня. И мы в финале будем драться, не знаю, за ценные сведения.
When I wanted to vent my rage on someone. Over here! Where is everyone? Quick! Hey, all of you! Is that the best you can do? Stop, I beg you! I yield.
Якубович тоже пленных не берет. Ну я, конечно, всем раздал по хедшоту. Красота. Но он там уже бежит так стремительно. Еще не всех обобрали. Уже он побежал. Ладно, может он не доживет. С таким нравом. Сейчас я доспехи скину, попробую его догнать. Якубович, стой! Ты где? Блин, какой он резвый. Так, куда он побежал? Ну, какой же он резвый. Я вот прям на шифте бегу и не могу его догнать.
Jesus Christ. Who are you and what are you doing here?
I'm here at the command of the royal hetman, Sir Radzig Kabila.
And who's he?
That's no concern of yours.
I'm sure we could come to some sort of agreement. I have plenty of coin.
We can come to an agreement that you'll keep your mouth shut. Please, don't take this personally.
Wait!
What? Do you want to do it? Be my guest. It gives me no pleasure.
You can't kill him. I have orders to take him to Ratai.
That is unfortunate. I have orders to kill everyone involved in this business.
You can't do that!
I have no choice, as you are aware.
Why do you want to kill him? He may have valuable information.
For that exact reason. My master does not wish this man to fall into the wrong hands, especially those of RTX4090.
You can tell your lord the man is dead. He'll never find out.
But he will. Or do you think you can lock this man away from sight until Judgment Day?
Why not?
Do not be naive, boy. Look around you. This land swarms with rats and snakes, especially now. There is no secret that is not for sale. If I let you have him, my own head will be on a spike before the month is out.
You don't have to go back to the Rosenbergs.
How do you know about the Rosenbergs?
Master Fayfire recognized the writing on your letter of passage.
Just as I said, there is nothing safe from prying eyes in this land. And where would you suggest I go?
Into Sir Radzig's service. He needs people like you.
I serve Kubila. Out of the question. If he learned of all that I did for the Rosenbergs, he would hang me from the nearest tree. But you are right, I do not have to return to the Rosenbergs. In fact, I cannot.
Why not?
I am a knight without a crest, without allegiance. No one was meant to know whom I serve. If the Rosenbergs hear that I have been found out, they will see to it I vanish. They cannot afford to be associated with me.
Where will you go then?
Where the road takes me, as I have many times before. Farewell, Henry.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Ну, я рад, что мы мирно урегулировали с Якубовичем.
Please, please. I'm sure we can come to some sort of agreement.
You can talk all you like, but not here and not to me. Let's go. Let's go. Master Fayfire
Я
is
думаю,
very
я тут
keen to meet
обыщу
you.
все.
Good work, Henry. Thank you, Master Fayfire. It wasn't easy, I can tell you.
I'll take some men and have a good look around there.
And what should I do?
You should get some rest and go to Rattay. In the meantime, Sir Radzig will have this wretch questioned. Maybe he'll get something useful out of him.
All right. I'll see you in Rattay then.
Так, отлично. Тогда сейчас отправляемся к себе в Прибыславицу. Раз уж мы тут раздобыли всяких разных ресурсов. Там вроде еще есть деньги в казне. Это что? Уголь, уголь. Тоже уголь. А может тогда пытаться угля тоже купить? Схватки с разбойниками меня уже не особо пока интересует. Это те же углежоги, которым я помог. Я не доскакал. Может, они мне скидку сделают. Вот, они уже знают, кто я такой.
How are you?
I'd like to buy charcoal from you.
Of course, Henry. Anything for you.
It might be more than you think.
How much charcoal could you possibly need?
5 bags. On a regular basis.
Haven't you noticed winter is over?
There's a new forge in Privislavitz, and I need to supply it with charcoal, seeing as how I'm the bailiff.
Bailiff, eh? Well, I never. Congratulations.
It's not a bed of roses, but thanks.
All right, but we can't let you have that amount for nothing, even if you did help us with ginger.
Don't worry, I wouldn't expect that.
How are you going to haul the charcoal?
I've got a merchant of my own. He'll come here regularly with a... You just have to load it for him.
As you wish. About the price?
Deal.
All right, we'll send the first load as soon as your wagon gets here. God be with you.
Так, ну уголь пока стоит дороже всего. И при этом он нам на самом деле-то особо сейчас не нужен. Потому что у меня нету денег на кузницу. Раз уж я отправляюсь сейчас в Ратае, может мне совершить ограбление местных там оружейников-кузнецов? Я не уверен, конечно, что я смогу получить много денег с этого. Мне там в комментах писали какие-то там, ну не то что читы, такой, типа, какую-то нечестную игру, что можно их обокрасть и сложить эти же вещи, ну уже в другие сундуки этих же мастеров, и то, что они там через день превратятся в деньги. Что так можно сделать и заработать себе там 100 тысяч, но мне кажется, это будет скучновато. Так, у меня 5000 денег. Давайте-ка я построю кузницу, не зря же я уголь закупил за такие бешеные деньги. Тут у себя в деревне спать вообще будет прекрасно. Тут же нет свинарника, я в нем не проснусь. Так, я поручил ему начать строительство. Но это никак не отреагировал. Я вот думаю, строю кузницу, а потом же окажется, что кузнецу еще 1000 заплати, там без инструментов он работать не сможет. Сразу есть кузнец. Я думал, что мне придется его нанимать. Или это так, для красоты заставка. Или есть кузнец, у него даже есть деньги. Так, продал немного лишнего кузнецу. Оказывается, он и доспехи, оружие покупает. Но меня тогда удивляет, что я могу еще позвать кузнецов из Сазавы сюда. Может, это улучшит качество его работы. Да, вот отдельно могу инструменты мечника, инструменты броника закупить. Денег у меня тут лежит сколько? 3000. Давайте-ка я сюда еще скину столько. Теперь 5000. Закуплю инструменты бронника. Позову туда бронника. Хотя сколько там? 5. В принципе, и броника, и оружейника могу позвать. Жизнь, мужик, а ты не можешь инструменты привезти без того, чтобы я туда сам бегал? Так, сейчас окажется, что я могу либо броника, либо оружейника. Я надеюсь, что они все-таки все в одном месте будут тусоваться. Турнир в Ратае. Я хотел бы поучаствовать на самом деле. Так что мы уже не успеем тут достроить. Отправляемся к пешику. Я сделаю ставку на себя. И приму завтра участие в турнире. Потому что денег вообще нету. Хотя пока светло, тут еще место такое открытое. Можно с ними и подраться. О. Тут он бронированный. Так. Ну, хорошо, я с коня не слез. А я опять промахнулся. Так, пока бой идет не особо успешно. Ну ладно, я жив. Наверное, в этом есть отчасти успешность поединка. Да, один враг уже лежит. Кстати, даже 2. Мне казалось, что их было 5 в самом начале. У этого все очень дорогое. Я уже узнаю какие-то вещи. 2,4. Как раз сейчас в город едем, продадим. Так, продолжаем наш путь до мельника. Неплохо бы еще выспаться. Будет неплохо проснуться прямо там, где я уснул. То, что мне нужно пообщаться с пешиком. Сейчас придется бежать с другой стороны города сюда. Я могу и на турнир так опоздать.
Hey, good day. About betting on the tourney, I'd be interested.
I'm glad to hear. A nice little wager.
Is there any work here for Cap?
I'm not looking for anyone at... Take care.
Мне кажется, случайно бахнул водки, когда ел. Так что я немного пьяный после завтрака. Торговцы 43 тысячи денег. Так нам явно нужно его ограбить. Откуда у него столько денег? Так, отлично, я наторговал на 3200. У меня было лишнее, продал. Еще поучаствую в турнире, и того я за один заезд в врата должен получить, если выиграю турнир, около 4000, что крайне неплохо.
God bless you.
I'd like to enroll in the big tournament.
И мне стоило выпить эликсира похмеления. Меня шатает уже из стороны в сторону. Да, веселый сейчас будет бой.
And this very first bout will afford plenty of entertainment. We will witness a duel with longswords.
What?
В этом моде как-то очень сильно прямо уменьшено окно для парирования. И усложнено срабатывание клинча. Потому что я помню, что когда в прошлый раз проходил, я буквально на каждую атаку делал парирование. Сейчас в этом прохождении, мне кажется, я сделал вообще 5 парирований за все прохождение игры.
Jesus Christ!
О, блин, силен. С 3 ударов буквально его нокаутировал. Я вот уже так сильно прокачался, а все равно у меня не получается выигрывать клинчи.
The victor of the first drill is Henry Scalance.
Не могу, у меня урон повысился. Я своим собственным мечом дерусь, у которого урон здоровый. Или урон как-то от силы зависит, потому что сила у меня тоже уже огромная, там, не знаю, 20 сил, может. Так, а мы с мечами, что ли? Блин. Не люблю вообще меч щитом. Ну, там я бы уже давно его отделал. Сейчас с мечами будем колотить друг друга полчаса. Так, ну вот так вот однотонно я его затыкивал, на самом деле, наверное, мне кажется, минут 4. Очень долгий был бой. И с предыдущими. Но в длинных мечах я себя более уверенно чувствую. Что меня достает как будто. Это ты жестко, конечно, пропустил в лицо колюще. О, блин. Я надеюсь, вообще продолжим комбинацию своих ударов в лицо. Так, если сейчас будут молоты, то я его просто разношу. Ведь опять мечи. Ненавижу короткие мечи. О, он улучшился. Внезапно. Я вот сколько всем сегодня бил по голове, он первый, на ком вообще сработал оглушение, по-моему, за всю игру. Я даже забыл, что у меня такой перк есть. А, больно. В этот раз вышел гораздо быстрее, чем со вторым противником. Где сам Гануш? А вот он. О, какой-то шлем мне дали. Причем, кажется, он выглядит так же, как мой. Так, у моего сколько брони? 82. Зато вон какой красивый. Мне что-то не нравится этот красно-белый венок. Мне кажется, гораздо более симпатично. Так, я хотел пообщаться с кем-то. А, мне нужно будет забрать деньги у пешика. Я, наверное, это сделаю предварительно, потому что мало ли мы сейчас с кобылой сейчас куда-то ускачем. Окажется, что за деньгами нужно на другой конец королевства.
How are you?
I've come for my winnings.
All right, here's your winnings. Damn it. There'll be another tourney in a week or so. Are you going to give me a chance to win my groschen back?
We'll see.
У меня набежала уже приличная сумма денег. 6000. И там еще бюджет в Прибыславице остался 1003, мне кажется. Может даже 4. А это значит, что мы сможем построить еще какую-нибудь там пекарню, чтобы люди ели. Или даже кормчу. Лег спать прямо перед квестом. Проснулся опять непонятно где. Там уже сейчас все спать улягутся. И что, на эту башню, что ли, нужно? А, рацик куда-то идет.
There's the man. Good work, Henry.
Thank you, sir.
I'd tell you to take a well-earned rest, but unfortunately I need one more thing from you.
Whatever you command.
Jezek refuses to talk to us. The stubborn bastard's asking to see you.
Me?
Indeed. Normally I'd send for Captain Burner to beat it out of him, but then I told myself that if he's so keen to speak to you...
I'll try to get something out of him. Where is he?
He's locked up in the tower. Bernard will give you the key.
Very well, sir.
Hey,